Welcome to the first ever WTWE podcast. I am SO10. Here we will talk about all the things WTWE. From now on, check in here and listen to the latest and greatest of what is going on in the business. It is here and only here where you can hear all the behind-the-scenes scoop in the locker room and much, much more. Today we will talk about the WTWE Championship, upcoming WTWE events, and the golden era of WTWE, and much more. The beginning of the golden era started out with a star-studded triple threat match. In that match, WTWE's own Exterminator came out victorious. But it wasn't without some controversy, of course. Next, there was some tag team turmoil in WTWE's first ever pool match. Here, the team of Dwayne Chambers and Deshaun Johnson prevailed with an amazing victory. Following this, the Exterminator faced Deshaun Johnson in a ladder match to determine the number one contender for the WTWE Championship. More controversy followed when the Exterminator won. Deshaun called out the arrogant Exterminator, cocky as ever, but only got two things: insults and a hit to the head with solid gold. The Exterminator demanded Fred Sachs' championship match and claimed that I am the true champion, and you are not. What will happen when these two legends collide? Now, we will look at the triple threat match. Dwayne Chambers versus Fred Sachs versus the Exterminator with special guest referee Deshaun Johnson. This match was going great for all the competitors, especially Fred Sachs. He was poning Dwayne Chambers. A chokeslam off the wall at the beginning and a torturing walls of Sachs at the end that made Dwayne himself tap out. But there is only one man in WTWE that could cause such a commotion to stop Fred from winning. Exterminator. Exterminator, cunning as ever, distracted the referee Deshaun Johnson so he couldn't see the tap. Then, while Fred was pleading with the gangster that Dwayne did tap, Exterminator opportunistically hit the devastating codebreaker onto Fred Sachs, ending the match indefinitely. But the commotion wasn't over just yet. While Exterminator was taunting over the sprawled bodies of Dwayne and Fred, Deshaun attacked the Exterminator with his punishing reverse electric chair. We will now talk about this first ever WTWE pool match. The rules? Simple. The task? Not so much. You win by throwing your opponent into the pool. Being under tornado tag rules, this made things even more difficult. Elimination. The match was awesome. Deshaun and Dwayne tagging up for the first time against long-lost tag partners Fred Sachs and the Exterminator, who already didn't like each other that much. Accidental double-cross was almost cost the match for Dwayne Chambers. After Deshaun eliminated the Exterminator with authority, Deshaun was setting up Fred Sachs for his doom. Then, when Fred Sachs ducked from the thunderous sweet chin music, the boot made contact on Johnson's shin, and he almost lost consciousness while tumbling to the depths of the pool. But that loss would not stop Dwayne Chambers. Chambers avoided a chokeslam and contacted with another sweet chin music to end the match. Deshaun and Chambers celebrated after, but Fred Sachs and the Exterminator didn't really celebrate. It ended with Fred Sachs connecting with a chokeslam with Exterminator into the pool. This will lead to another famous rivalry in WTWE history. Lastly, I will go over the fallout of these actions. In simplicity, Exterminator and Deshaun fought it out in a ladder match for Fred Sachs' WTWE Championship. The winner would get a number one contendership spot. Fred Sachs was the referee, so he can get up close and personal. The brutal match included many thunderous moves and amazing tumbles. When Exterminator had enough of Fred, he hit the codebreaker and his lights were out. Meanwhile, though, Deshaun had already captured the contract, but the ref, Fred Sachs, did not see a thing. Exterminator capitalized and took away the contract from Deshawn, incapacitated him, revived Fred, and emerged victorious. The WTWE board is still going over this event and to determine whether or not to grant Exterminator the win. After this, the three men had many words, but all the time, the Exterminator remained superior, heading into the championship match. That's all.